Hello. The name's Konrad. KonstantKonrad. Just chill for a minute, right? About 3 months ago, I decided to try streaming. And while I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm really enjoying it. For now, I've decided to play my favourite game. It's one of the most mind-torturing games with a side of satisfactory results. The easiest way to explain this game is you're all alone on an alien world, guided by a female robot voice telling you to save planet Earth by pillaging the natural resources and beauty of an alien planet.
KonstantKonrad would like to welcome you to the stream. He is currently working on a 1,000-hour-long fix-it contract. We haven't informed him that his contract will be involuntarily extended.
That's her. More affectionately known as Ada. Think of her as the head of HR at the almighty Fix-It Corporation. I started playing this mathematical misery game about... Dude, come here. I started playing this game about 3 years ago. And since then, I've had 3 main saves. To say I'm addicted to this torment? It's a little bit of an understatement. But that's all about to change, because I'm going to embark on a journey that'll take me 1,000 hours over 365 days. There's logic behind these numbers. 1,000 hours is a nice round number, and it's stupid big. Though I may have to tweak that a little, because I'm 3 months in and I've already completed 400 hours. 365 days? Well, I started streaming on my birthday. And so this is a birthday present to future Konrad. But before I show you what I'm doing, let me show you where I've come from.
Comply.
As with any new pioneer, I started in the grass fields and I quickly learned to use foundations. After about 50 hours, I had progressed to the point of the space elevator being phase 2 completed, a small coal power plant, and halfway through tearing down my base of operations. Nothing too amazing, but I realized I needed to start again. Why? Because now fluid's in the game, and I am so lost. With gameplay experience comes faster and better building speeds. As you can see, a much bigger building. This time, I managed to get some walls up on my platforms, and the production lines are a lot bigger. When looking at this coal power setup, you can now see it's more organized and has a working fluid system. But wait, what's that over there? Just over there, to the left, out of view. That there are 12 fuel generators powered by, fuel, which is made and imported from the blue crater. Here we can see coal and fuel setups powering my plastic and rubber production and being very poorly organized for transport back to the grass fields. Here, as you can see, we have my first attempt at an alumina-based factory. All these areas combined help me complete phase 3 of the space elevator. Welcome to Update 4. This was supposed to be a quick test map before starting again to do a proper playthrough. Well, that didn't really happen. This is my biggest and longest map played, 330 hours, and halfway through phase 4. As you can see, I took over the flattest part of the grass fields and started my experiment. How well would each type of building go on its own floor? For the most part, I think it was a great idea. But what I didn't take into account was how much space beltwork would require, and how much harder it would be to navigate through the levels while wanting to retrieve items. But that's okay, because I built a road for my trucks to drive on. This time with the coal generators, power was ramped up with the addition of compacted coal, and I also played with the idea of bottom feeding water into them. Unfortunately, Water supplies were my limiting factor this time. For the longest time, this coal plant consisted of 140 coal generators, which would make 9,000 megawatts, and it was primarily powered by compacted coal. But I had a problem. I was not making enough compacted coal for the whole system. And eventually I needed the sulfur for another project. And then I found out that the 5 coal nodes behind were enough to power it all along. Another problem I had was all the water was being fed from below, which occasionally drops a generator or two for a few moments, due to the poor water extractor optimization and no fluid buffers or valves. Hey Mr. Bean, how you doing? Once again, we're back in the blue crater, and we've improved the plastic and rubber production and added 2 truck stations. But ultimately, I'd soon come to realize that I need more plastic for my computer parts. But we'll get to that soon. Like last time, I have a coal and fuel generator setup powering this place. Here's my second attempt at an alumina setup. While it's not the prettiest, it definitely served its purpose. Alclad sheets for belts, and eventually making my first batteries. Over here in the Spire Coast, I decided I wanted to use all the oil in the area. And boy is there some. I was going to use it to bolster my plastic production by 580 parts per minute. As a byproduct, I got a healthy power production on the side, providing a nice, unstable 19 to 20,000 megawatts. Introducing Storage Wars. Here we have the last project I conceived before deciding I was going to be a streamer. The idea was a centralized storage location in the Red Forest, with 12 drones inbound and about 108 outbound. So I could either come here and grab materials as I needed, or, if I was super lazy, plop down a drone port and call forth one full drone inventory of my desired material. Unfortunately, I got annoyed with drones and the project died along with the map. Now that you've seen the beginnings of my Satisfactory life, you may have noticed a few missing game elements, like no trains or nuclear power. I haven't even completed the space elevator, but don't worry, I plan to fix this. Come join me on stream at twitch.tv/KonstantKonrad, where you'll find me having fun and making friends. Oh yeah, and catching Pokemon. Until then, be good, have fun, don't do anything I wouldn't, and I'll catch you on the flip.